What if, in the face of chaos, you could stay calm? No panic, no fear, no overwhelming rush of emotions, just a steady, clear mind that keeps you grounded, no matter what life throws at you. Imagine the power of having control over your thoughts and emotions when everything around you feels like it's spiraling out of control. In a world that constantly demands more, stresses you out, and overwhelms your every sense, the ability to remain calm isn't just a luxury. It's a superpower. We all know the feeling, the racing heart, the shortness of breath, the anxiety that comes crashing in when something unexpected happens. It could be a difficult situation at work, an argument with someone close to you, or even a personal challenge that seems too big to overcome. In those moments, everything feels like it's unraveling. Your body reacts before your mind can even process what's happening. And that's because, for most of us, calmness doesn't come naturally in stressful situations. It's easy to let the wave of emotions wash over you, to be swept away by the storm. But what if, instead of getting pulled under, you could stand tall in the middle of that storm? What if you could master the art of remaining calm in any situation? The truth is, this ability to stay calm isn't reserved for a select few. It's not something only the strong or the lucky possess. It's a skill that can be developed, nurtured, and sharpened, just like any other. And once you do, the world around you changes. Suddenly, those moments of chaos become opportunities to stay centered, to make better decisions, to breathe and think before reacting. When you train your mind to remain calm, you unlock a version of yourself that is powerful beyond measure. Your ability to think clearly, to stay focused, and to take control of your reactions becomes a game changer. What would it feel like if, instead of panicking when things go wrong, you remained composed? Imagine how your life would transform if every challenge, no matter how big or small, no longer threw you off track. You could make decisions with a calm clarity that brings peace of mind, reduces stress, and helps you move through the toughest situations with confidence. In these moments of stillness, you stop being a victim to your circumstances and instead become the architect of your own calmness. The good news? You can learn how to do this. You don't have to wait for the perfect moment or hope for a miracle. The power to control your mind and emotions is already within you. It's just about learning the right tools and strategies to access it. This isn't a quick fix, but a lifelong journey. A journey that will bring you peace, resilience, and a deep sense of empowerment. As you continue watching, you'll understand how calmness isn't something that just happens in the absence of stress. It's something you build, one step at a time. You'll discover that the more you train your mind to stay centered, the more you begin to control your reality, instead of letting external circumstances dictate how you feel. This is not about avoiding stress or living a life free of challenges. No, this is about learning how to rise above the stress, how to stand strong in the midst of life's inevitable storms. By the end of this, you'll have the tools to reshape your mind, to reclaim control, and to become someone who doesn't just survive stressful situations, but thrives in them. That's the reward. It's not just about surviving the chaos, but learning how to be your most powerful self when the world feels like it's falling apart. If you're ready to start this journey to unlock your mind's true potential, then stay with me. Your calm mind awaits. What if you could stay calm when everything around you is falling apart? What if, in moments of panic and chaos, you could take a step back, breathe, and regain control? Imagine the peace that comes from knowing that no matter what life throws your way, you have the ability to remain centered, clear-headed, and strong. This isn't a fantasy or a skill reserved for the few. It's something you can learn. The calm mind is not a gift, it's a practice, one that can completely transform the way you face life's challenges. Right now, life might feel overwhelming. There are moments when the pressure builds up so much that it feels impossible to catch your breath. You feel trapped by your emotions, by the stress, the fear, the uncertainty. In those moments, it's easy to feel like you're losing control. But here's the truth. In every moment of chaos, there's an opportunity for calm. And the power to tap into that calm is already inside you. The mind is a powerful thing. It has the ability to shape your reality, but only if you learn how to control it. Most people live as though their thoughts and emotions are constantly in charge, reacting to every stressful situation as if it's an emergency. But what if you could break free from that automatic response? What if you could train your mind to respond with calm no matter the situation? The truth is, your mind can be your greatest ally. It's not about being invincible to stress, but about learning to respond in a way that serves you, not sabotages you. When you train your mind to stay calm, you give yourself the power to think clearly, to make better decisions, and to act with confidence, even in the most difficult situations. Stress doesn't have to overwhelm you. The emotional floodgates don't have to open up every time something goes wrong. Instead, you can learn how to stay in control, to regulate your reactions, and to regain a sense of calm. This isn't about escaping the world or avoiding discomfort. It's about learning to face it with strength and clarity. Imagine what it would feel like to no longer be controlled by the stress of your daily life. What if you could face every challenge with a sense of peace instead of panic? What if, instead of reacting to the pressure, you could take a deep breath, reset, and move forward with a clear mind? The power of calmness isn't just about feeling good in the moment. It's about positioning yourself for success. A calm mind helps you make better decisions, it helps you solve problems more efficiently, and it allows you to think creatively, even under pressure. The ability to stay calm in any situation isn't about being passive. It's not about suppressing your emotions or pretending nothing bothers you. It's about choosing how to respond. It's about reclaiming control over your thoughts and reactions rather than letting them control you. And that choice is yours. You can decide in any given moment to center yourself, to breathe, and to rise above the noise. But how do you get there? How do you train yourself to stay calm, especially when the world around you feels like it's spinning out of control? It starts with understanding that calmness is a muscle, one that needs to be exercised regularly. You don't just wake up one day with the ability to remain peaceful in stressful situations. It takes practice, dedication, and a willingness to face discomfort head-on. But the reward is more than worth it. When you make the effort to train your mind to stay calm, you're not just building emotional resilience, you're building a new way of living. You'll no longer be at the mercy of your emotions or external circumstances. Instead, you'll become the kind of person who can face anything with grace, poise, and confidence. In moments of pressure, you'll be able to pause, assess the situation, and respond in a way that serves your best interests, instead of reacting impulsively. This ability to maintain composure gives you the power to shape your experiences, rather than letting them shape you. As you learn how to stay calm, you'll start noticing a shift in your life. The people around you will begin to see you as a source of stability and strength. You'll handle stress with ease, and that will give you a sense of freedom that most people never experience. The more you practice, the more you'll realize that true power doesn't come from reacting to life. It comes from responding thoughtfully, from maintaining peace in the face of chaos. It all starts with one simple decision: to take control of your mind and train it to stay calm. No matter where you are right now, no matter how chaotic your life may seem, you can begin this journey today. The calm mind is not a distant dream, it's a reality within your reach. And once you learn how to tap into it, everything changes. You don't just survive life's challenges, you thrive in them. So ask yourself this: are you ready to begin training your mind to stay calm, no matter what comes your way? The power is already within you. All it takes is the decision to start. When life hits hard, it's easy to feel like you're being crushed under the weight of stress. The pressure builds, and your mind races, overwhelmed by everything that's demanding your attention. But what if stress didn't have the power to control you? What if, instead of being a slave to the chaos, you could stand firm and choose how you respond? Stress isn't the problem, it's how we handle it that makes all the difference. The ability to manage stress isn't about avoiding it or pretending it doesn't exist. It's about learning to stay grounded no matter how intense the pressure becomes. We all experience stress in different forms. It's that tightness in your chest when you face a deadline, the knot in your stomach when you have a difficult conversation, or the constant feeling of being overwhelmed when juggling too many responsibilities. In these moments, stress doesn't just affect your emotions, it starts to take over your entire being. It clouds your judgment, limits your thinking, and forces you into a survival mode where your only focus is getting through the next moment. But stress doesn't have to be the enemy. It's a natural part of life. The real question is, how can you use it to your advantage? How can you turn stress from a destructive force into a tool that empowers you? The first step is understanding that stress isn't just an external force. It's something that starts within you. It's your reaction to what's happening around you that determines whether stress will control you or if you can control it. Stress becomes toxic when we let it spiral out of control. But when you choose to face stress with intention and calm, it loses its grip on you. You take the power back. The feeling of being overwhelmed fades, and what was once a challenge becomes an opportunity for growth. Imagine approaching every stressful situation not with fear, but with clarity. Instead of being overwhelmed by the storm, you become the calm at its center. This doesn't mean pretending that everything is fine when it's not, or ignoring the reality of difficult situations. It means finding your inner strength so you can face whatever comes your way with a clear mind and a steady heart. Stress is a signal. It's your body telling you that something needs attention. And when you learn to listen to it, to process it without letting it consume you, you transform stress into a tool that helps you focus and act decisively. The key to mastering stress lies in the way you perceive it. The truth is, stress isn't always negative. It's a response, a signal that your body and mind are being pushed to perform. It's a call to action. In fact, a certain level of stress can actually sharpen your focus, boost your performance, and increase your resilience. It's only when stress becomes chronic or overwhelming that it starts to hurt you. The trick is to recognize when stress is motivating you and when it's starting to drain you. That's where the calm mind comes in. A calm mind allows you to separate the physical sensations of stress from the emotional overwhelm that typically follows. You stop identifying with the stress, and instead, you see it for what it is, a natural response to a challenge. You learn to create space between the moment and your reaction. Instead of being driven by panic, you take a step back, breathe, and respond from a place of awareness, not fear. It's like a muscle you build over time. The more you practice responding to stress with calm, the easier it becomes. Your body learns that it doesn't need to react with panic every time something stressful happens. You begin to train your nervous system to stay steady, even in the face of pressure. The result? You're able to think more clearly, make decisions with confidence, and stay focused on your goals. One of the most powerful tools in managing stress is mindfulness. This practice allows you to stay in the present moment without getting lost in the what-ifs or what's next. Mindfulness teaches you to acknowledge the stress without becoming overwhelmed by it. When you're mindful, you can observe your thoughts and emotions from a distance. You stop reacting automatically and start responding intentionally. This shift in perspective can have a profound impact on how you experience stress. Mindfulness isn't something you master overnight. It takes practice. But the rewards are immeasurable. When you train your mind to focus on the present, to detach from the swirling thoughts of the past or future, you gain the ability to stay calm in any situation. You begin to see stress not as a threat, but as a signal for you to engage with the present moment. And when you engage with the present moment, you find clarity, you find focus, and you find the power to navigate any challenge with grace. The more you practice, the more you strengthen your ability to stay calm. This doesn't mean you won't feel stress anymore. It means you'll no longer be controlled by it. You'll face stress with a steady hand, knowing that you can handle whatever comes your way. The ability to stay calm isn't about avoiding challenges. It's about finding peace amidst them. So, the next time stress tries to take over, remember this. It's not the stress itself that defines you, but how you choose to handle it. By staying calm, you can turn every stressful moment into a chance for growth, clarity, and strength. Stress may be a part of life, but it doesn't have to be the driving force. You are. And once you learn to respond with calm, no situation will ever feel too overwhelming to handle. When you begin to harness the power of calmness, It's not just about learning how to control your reactions, it's about mastering awareness itself. Awareness is the foundation of a calm mind. It's the difference between being swept away by your emotions and being able to stand firm, unshaken, in the face of life's storms. Awareness is not just about recognizing what's happening around you. It's about recognizing what's happening within you. Most people react to stress without even realizing what's triggering them. Their thoughts, their feelings, their stress, they feel it all, but they don't know how to separate themselves from it. They let the wave of emotion take control rather than using it to their advantage. But when you become aware, you shift the power back to yourself. Awareness is your ability to step outside of your immediate emotional response and observe what's happening in your mind and body without judgment. It's like pressing pause when everything inside of you screams to go on autopilot. In those moments of heightened emotion, awareness gives you the space to choose how you will respond. It helps you avoid falling into the trap of automatic reactions and gives you the ability to break free from the cycle of stress and anxiety. This is where the real transformation happens. When you're aware of your thoughts and emotions, you stop identifying with them. You understand that your feelings are temporary. They are not who you are. They are signals passing through you, and with awareness you learn how to let them flow without being consumed by them. This is the key to maintaining your calm. You no longer feel as though you're at the mercy of your emotions because you know they do not define you. You are the observer. You are the one who gets to decide what happens next. When you train yourself to be aware in any given situation, you build a mental distance between yourself and the stress. Instead of diving headfirst into panic, you stop, take a breath, and become the observer of your own mind. You notice the tension building in your body, the thoughts racing through your head, and you see them for what they are, just thoughts and feelings, not facts. In that moment, you can choose to respond with calm, to make decisions that are grounded in clarity rather than being driven by fear or emotion. Awareness is the gateway to this power. But awareness isn't just about noticing what's going wrong. It's about noticing what's going right. When you practice awareness, you also begin to notice the small victories, the little moments of peace that often get drowned out by the noise of stress. These moments of stillness become more frequent, more noticeable, and more powerful. As your awareness grows, you start seeing the bigger picture. You realize that even in moments of difficulty, you have the power to choose your response. Awareness creates a sense of empowerment because it gives you the ability to see things as they truly are, not as the chaotic thoughts in your head make them seem. This is why awareness is so critical to a calm mind. It's the first step in breaking the cycle of reactive thinking. When you aren't aware of what's happening inside of you, it's easy to fall into patterns of stress, anxiety, and panic. But the more you practice being aware, the more you begin to control your emotional state. You stop being a slave to your mind's automatic responses. Instead, you become the master of your thoughts and feelings. And this is where the real power lies. Every time you choose awareness, you build mental strength. You start to develop a kind of emotional resilience that allows you to remain calm even when life's challenges push you to the edge. With awareness, you stop fighting your emotions. Instead, you let them pass through you, recognizing that they are temporary. This shift in perspective is what enables you to remain calm because you understand that nothing lasts forever. Not the stress, not the fear, not the overwhelm. With awareness, you realize that you are bigger than your emotions. You are bigger than the circumstances around you. The more you practice awareness, the easier it becomes to stay calm. It's like exercising a muscle. You start small with moments of mindfulness, and gradually you build the strength to handle more intense challenges. Over time, your ability to stay calm in any situation becomes second nature. You begin to see the value in taking a moment to breathe, to observe, and to choose your response. Awareness doesn't just help you manage stress. It transforms how you experience life. It turns every moment, every challenge, into an opportunity for growth, for clarity, and for peace. So, as you continue on this journey, remember that calmness doesn't come from avoiding stress or pretending it's not there. It comes from developing the awareness to see the stress for what it is, a temporary response to a situation. With awareness, you can rise above it, make empowered choices, and stay anchored in your own strength. The more you practice, the more you'll realize that you don't have to be controlled by your emotions. You can control them, and in doing so, you can control your experience of life. Your mind will become a peaceful, powerful tool, a tool that allows you to face any challenge with confidence, clarity, and calm. When you begin to see stress for what it truly is, just a response to external pressure, you gain the ability to turn it into something useful. You stop viewing stress as something to fear or avoid and start seeing it as an opportunity to grow. This shift in perspective is key to mastering calm. It's not just about managing stress, but about transforming it. Every stressful moment becomes a chance to practice the tools you've developed: awareness, mindfulness, and emotional control. You don't have to wait for the storm to pass. You can stand firm in the middle of it, knowing that you have the power to remain unaffected. But here's the truth: the ability to stay calm isn't something you do once and forget. It's a habit. It's a daily choice. The difference between those who thrive in stressful situations and those who are overwhelmed by them lies in the simple decisions they make every single day. It's about building consistency in how you approach your life, your challenges, and your thoughts. The more you train your mind to stay calm, the more automatic it becomes. In time, the calmness isn't something you have to consciously strive for. It becomes part of who you are. This is where the power of daily practice comes in. Every time you choose to pause before reacting, every time you choose to respond with clarity rather than emotion, you're strengthening your ability to remain calm. These choices may seem small, but they accumulate over time, creating a profound shift in how you approach life. It's in the moments when you're tempted to react impulsively, whether in frustration, anger, or fear, that your practice matters most. The real power of a calm mind is revealed in those moments when the world around you is demanding everything from you. And when you pause, breathe, and respond with intention, you show yourself that you have the power to control your emotional state. This practice isn't always easy, and it won't happen overnight. But every time you choose to stay calm, every time you intentionally choose to think before reacting, you make it easier the next time. Calmness becomes a muscle you strengthen through repetition. Over time, you'll begin to notice something powerful. You no longer feel the weight of every stressor the same way. You've trained your mind to look beyond the surface, to see the bigger picture, and to make decisions from a place of clarity, not chaos. One of the most important elements of this process is letting go of the need to control everything around you. Life is unpredictable, and we often find ourselves anxious about the things we can't control. But trying to control every situation, every outcome, only fuels more stress. The more you try to hold on tightly to things, the more anxious you become. True calmness comes when you surrender your need for control, and instead, focus on controlling your own reactions. When you let go of the expectation that life should always go as planned, you free yourself from the grip of stress. You realize that you can't control everything that happens, but you can control how you respond to it. This is where true emotional freedom lies. It's not in controlling the world around you, but in accepting it for what it is and knowing that you have the ability to stay steady no matter what happens. Every time you let go of your need for control and accept the flow of life, you become more resilient. You stop being afraid of what's to come, and instead you face each challenge with a sense of peace, knowing that no matter the outcome, you have the strength to handle it. And as you let go of the need to control everything, something amazing begins to happen. You start trusting yourself. You trust in your ability to handle whatever life presents to you. You stop second-guessing yourself or fearing the worst-case scenario. You develop the unwavering belief that no matter how difficult things get, you have the resources within you to stay calm, focused, and strong. This trust in yourself becomes the foundation of your confidence. When you trust yourself, you no longer feel the need to panic or rush through difficult situations. Instead, you take a deep breath, center yourself, and respond with clarity and intention. This confidence in your ability to remain calm becomes a powerful force in your life. It frees you from the grip of fear, doubt, and anxiety. It allows you to move through the world with a quiet assurance, knowing that no matter what challenges come your way, you have the inner strength to face them. The more you practice this mindset, the more you start to realize that you are capable of handling anything that life throws at you. The power of staying calm is not in the absence of challenges, but in your ability to navigate them with grace, focus, and control. As you continue to train your mind, you begin to see the world differently. You begin to see every situation as an opportunity for growth, for self-discovery, and for empowerment. Stress no longer feels like an obstacle. It becomes an invitation to practice calmness, to strengthen your mind, and to show yourself just how resilient you truly are. With each challenge, you become more grounded, more focused, and more in control of your emotions. You become the calm in the storm, the steady presence that remains unshaken no matter what happens around you. This journey toward a calm mind is not just about surviving the stress, it's about thriving in the face of it. It's about realizing that every stressful situation is an opportunity to show yourself just how powerful you are. The more you practice, the more you'll realize that your calmness isn't just a skill, it's your superpower. And once you embrace this power, nothing can shake you. The storms of life may come, but you will remain steady, calm, and unwavering. When you begin to see the power that lies in staying calm, something incredible happens. You realize that your mind is your greatest ally. It's not the circumstances that define your experience, but how you choose to interpret and respond to them. Stress and challenges will always be part of life, but you now hold the key to turning these moments into fuel for your personal growth. Every single experience, no matter how difficult, is an opportunity to strengthen your mind, sharpen your focus, and deepen your resilience. The more you train your mind to stay calm, the more you tap into a deep well of inner strength, allowing you to face anything life throws your way. One of the most profound realizations you'll have in this journey is that peace isn't something external. It's something internal. We often look for peace in the world around us, waiting for our environment, our relationships, or our circumstances to align perfectly. But true peace isn't something you find, it's something you create. It comes from within you, cultivated through your thoughts, your actions, and the decisions you make each day. The world around you may be chaotic, people may be unpredictable, and situations may feel uncontrollable. But your peace is something that no one can take away from you unless you allow it. The more you nurture your inner calm, the less affected you'll be by external forces. People will try to provoke you, situations will test you, and life will throw obstacles in your path. But none of these things have the power to steal your peace unless you give it to them. When you become the master of your mind, you stop being a victim to circumstances. You begin to rise above the noise and chaos, knowing that your peace is non-negotiable. It becomes a cornerstone of who you are, a foundation that allows you to move through life with a sense of security and confidence, no matter what happens around you. This sense of inner peace isn't about ignoring or suppressing your emotions. It's about embracing them without allowing them to control you. Emotions are natural, and they have a place in your experience. But when you're calm, you understand that emotions are transient. They don't define you, and they don't dictate your actions. You allow yourself to feel, but you don't let those feelings drive your decisions. Instead, you step back, observe, and make conscious choices that align with your goals and your values. The key is to remain grounded, knowing that you can process your emotions and still move forward with clarity. Your journey toward calmness will be tested repeatedly. Life is unpredictable, and stress will always find a way to sneak in. But as you continue to practice, you'll notice that you become more adept at handling stress with grace. Your ability to remain calm in the face of adversity doesn't mean you won't feel the pressure. It means that you have the emotional intelligence and strength to handle it without being overwhelmed. The more you practice, the easier it becomes to separate the temporary emotions from your true self. You stop reacting impulsively, and instead you respond from a place of inner power and intention. And this is where true mastery comes in, the ability to be calm, even when everything around you feels like it's falling apart. This doesn't mean you won't face challenges, but it means that you'll face them differently. You won't let the chaos of life control you. Instead, you will learn how to navigate through it with poise. The more you practice staying calm, the more you realize that you can maintain a sense of peace and focus no matter the circumstances.